Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me. It really means a lot. My name is Lee, and I'm just a dude talking food. Today, we're making tzatziki and herb potato pancakes. The recipes are in the description below. Let's get cooking and enjoy, everybody. Okay, let's start with our tzatziki sauce. I'll list all the ingredients and quantities in the description down below for you all. Thanks. First thing we're going to do is crush and roll our lemon on the cutting board. We're going to loosen up all that juice inside. It's going to be about 3 tablespoons by the time we're done. Then we're going to cut the end off our lemon. We stick the knife in there a couple times to loosen it up and squeeze through our fingers in the other hand so that we can catch any seeds that fall through. We don't want seeds in our sauce. Now I'm going to grate my garlic. I'm using a microplane because I want it very fine. You can chop it, but you do not want this coarse. You don't want big chunks. You want this in a very, very fine paste. Make sure to get that garlic off the back of your grater as well. Next, we're going to chop our dill. We're going to cut it all the way back to where we meet the stem. This is dill that we grew in our home hydroponics down in the basement. We grow a bunch of herbs down there. We want to chop this up pretty fine, and then we're going to add it to our yogurt mixture. Next, we're going to grate our cucumber. This is an English cucumber. It's seedless. We don't want normal cucumbers with the large seeds in them. So we're going to grate this down. Once it's all grated, we're then going to squeeze all the water out. You can either use your hands or you can use a clean towel, throw it all in there, twist it, and squeeze it all out. But water's the enemy here. We want to get all the water out of this cucumber. Once we've got all our water out, we can then add it to our yogurt mixture. You can see the mess I made and all the water that I was able to get out of that cucumber. So we throw it all in the mix, stir it all up, and we've got our tzatziki sauce for vegetables, fish, beef, lamb, whatever we want. Now that our tzatziki is done, we can start our potato pancakes. I'll list all the ingredients and utensils needed and everything down in the description below like last time. Now we're going to do our prep. First, our onions. I'm using green onions today, despite the fact they like to run all over the place when you're cutting them. But you can use about half a cup of whatever onions you like. I'm just using the whites today and I'm saving the green tops for other recipes. Then for our herbs, I'm using fresh parsley, but sometimes I'll add in mint or thyme or oregano or a combination of those, depending on what we have around. I added dried thyme in the spices listed in the description. Now we grate the potatoes. Notice how near the end I use my palm and flatten out my fingers. We don't want to cut our knuckles up on the grater. Once we get a potato or two done, we've got to squeeze out the water just like we did with the cucumber for the tzatziki. Water will dilute the flavor and also make them less crispy when we're cooking them, so we just want it all squeezed out. You can use the towel method we talked about before. Don't worry if your potatoes start to darken. That's just normal oxidation of the starch. They're going to taste just fine. Next, we're going to add in our fresh herbs and onions we had prepped and set aside, our spices and seasonings listed in the description. Then we'll crack in a couple of eggs. Crack them on a flat surface, not the edge of the bowl. This way, there's less eggshell shards. And then a little cornstarch to help hold it all together. You can also use flour instead. Now we just want to mix everything together, get it well incorporated. Make sure you're scraping those sides, no soldiers left behind. We don't want to leave any of that good stuff. And now we've got our batter. We're just going to let it sit for a couple of minutes, let that all mingle, and then we're going to fry it up. Next, we're going to put our pan on medium, let it warm up, add some oil, and crank it up to medium high. We want about a quarter inch of hot oil in our pan right now, and then we're going to drop in forkfuls one at a time and gently pat them down to form a pancake. Once our pan is full, then we're just going to give them a little pat down again just to make sure that they're fully touching the pan. This is going to ensure that they brown evenly and crispen up. Then we're going to flip them on over after about a minute, minute and a half, and then we're going to keep checking them every minute or so, giving them a flip. This way they'll brown evenly. One side won't darken more than the other. Now we just keep flipping them and also turning them, ensuring that all edges are cooking evenly. And we're going to wait till they're golden brown on both sides. Now that we've got these all crispy and brown, we're going to transfer them either to a wire rack or a plate with paper towels so that the extra grease can drain off. Once our pan is empty, we may need to add a little bit of oil and then let it recover and heat back up. And then we're going to drop our next batch. These will probably cook a little faster now that our pan's up to heat. And then we're going to keep flipping them just like we did with the last batch. And we're going to do that till all our batter's used. Now we can just go ahead and plate up and enjoy. Thank you all for joining me here today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. And have a great day. Take care, everyone.